Terry Woods Explorers. I'm so glad to see you today. This week in art, we are going to be talking about paint and painting, which is my favorite. I'm going to start our lesson this week by reading you a book. The title of the book is I Ain't Gonna Paint No More by Karen Beaumont. Now, the title of the story sounds really sad. I can't imagine not painting anymore. But I think you'll find, as we read the book, that it's not a sad book after all. Now, let's get started with the book, I Ain't Gonna Paint No More by Karen Beaumont, illustrated by David Catrow. Love the picture on the first 2 pages. It's definitely some non-objective or abstract art. One day, my mama caught me painting pictures on the floor and the ceiling and the walls and the curtains and the door, and I heard my mama holler like I never did before. Ooh. You ain't gonna paint no more. Ooh, that's a mess. I ain't gonna paint no more, no more. I ain't gonna paint no more. His mama's putting the paint up. That's what I say, but there ain't no way that I ain't gonna paint no more. Uh-oh, he's sneaking it back down. Look right there in the picture. Ooh, that's naughty. So I take some red and I paint my head. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Oh, what the heck? Gonna paint my neck. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Still, I just can't rest till I paint my chest. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Guess there ain't no harm if I paint my arm. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. I ain't gonna paint no more, no more. I ain't gonna paint no more. But I just can't stand not to paint my hand. Ooh, now I ain't gonna paint no more. Then I see some black, so I paint my back. Oh my goodness. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Like an Easter egg, gonna paint my leg. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Still, I ain't complete till I paint my feet. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. I ain't gonna paint no more, no more. I ain't gonna paint no more. But I'm such a nut, gonna paint my... What? Look at his mama. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't faint, because there ain't no paint. So I ain't gonna paint no more. Look at this mess, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, friends, painting is fun, and it is my favorite. And we are going to do an activity where we learn a little bit about painting today. Friends, I don't know if I've told you this, but when I make art, I usually paint. Not all the time, but painting is my favorite. So I'm going to show you a few of my paintings that I have painted myself. And you guys don't get to see that stuff very much because usually we're talking about art that you're going to make. This is a painting right here that I have on my board. that I painted, and it is what you call a still life, and it's got flowers and fruit in it. I painted it with watercolor paint. I like to paint flowers a lot because flowers are beautiful to me and they make me happy. This is another painting I did. This is a painting of my daughter Caroline, and I painted it with oil paint, which is a different type of paint. I love Caroline and she makes me happy. This is a painting of art supplies. Since I love to paint, I love using painting supplies. So I did a painting of something that makes me happy. The tools I use when I paint. And finally, this is the painting I'm working on right now. It's not done. It's a watercolor painting. I went on a very special trip to a beautiful place called Korea. A lot of our friends at Kerry Woods are from Korea. And this is a painting of something I saw when I was in Korea that I thought was very beautiful. They are cats, lucky cats, that were in a storefront window, and I took a photograph of them, and now I am doing a painting of the photo I saw. And these cats and my trip to Korea make me happy, so it's something I want to think about again and again, and when I paint it, it makes me feel good in my heart. Painting makes me so happy, and I hope it makes you happy too. Now, I know some of you friends don't have any paint at your house, and it's hard to go to the store and buy things right now. So I'm going to show you a way that you can make some paint yourself and some painting tools so that you will be able to paint at your house. So what I've got here is some pine straw. Got that outside. And I'm going to show you how to make a paintbrush with that. So what I've got here is some tape. Doesn't really matter what kind of tape you use, I don't think. And I've got some scissors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off some tape here. And I am going to wrap it around my pine straw. I made something really nice and bristly here. So you can just leave the end like this to be a paintbrush, or you can make it fancier and like trim the ends. Let's see here. Make them shorter. Oh yeah. So I gave that a little trim, and now I've got a teeny tiny paintbrush. Now if I want to make it nicer and fancier and more comfortable to use, I could just go ahead and wrap the whole end down here for the handle of the paintbrush, and I think that'll make it easier to hold on to. This happens to be electrical tape, but you could use any kind of tape you have at your house. I don't think it'll matter. Okay, now paint. I actually made my own paint. I went outside and got a very small scoop of dirt from my yard and put a bit of water in it and stirred it up. It wasn't even messy to do that because I didn't play in the dirt. I just got a little bit of it and got it all wet. So now I have some mud. And what we're going to do is we're going to paint with the mud and use our new handmade paintbrush. So I'm just going to dip my brush in here into my mud paint. And you know, in class I tell you don't bang, bang, bang. Just wipe, wipe, wipe when you use your paintbrush. And I can make some lines on my paper. Okay, get a little bit more. What happens if I do something like this? Oh, I can make some interesting textures with that on the paper. Some little blobbies that look bumpy. Now if I want to make a skinnier line, maybe instead of using my handmade paintbrush, I could use something to draw with, like a small skinny stick. So I'm going to dip my stick into my paint and draw some lines. Well, this is pretty fun. Now the only sad part about this paint is it only comes in one color. But if this is all you got, I think it does pretty nicely. Now I could even use the tip of this leaf if I want to do some more drawing. Get some different kinds of lines on my paper. Now you could paint something abstract if you want to, or you can paint a picture of something from real life, or you could do what I do and paint a picture of something that makes you happy. But no matter what you paint, it will be beautiful and it will make your heart happy, because painting is a great way to make your heart happy. Now, if you create a masterpiece with our nature paint, I would love for you to send me a picture of your masterpiece. You do not have to, it is not required, but it makes me happy when I see your art. So if you want to, you don't have to, you could send me a picture of your masterpiece on Dojo, and I can take a look and see what you got going on, okay? And maybe you might even find some ways to make some nature paint that I haven't even thought of. So if you think of other ways, please let me know, all right? So, happy art making, and until I see you next time, goodbye. I miss you, and I love you.